What is up, go-getters? It's Dallas Gordon here, and I'm really excited to be sharing a brand new platform. Well, it's brand new to me with you guys today. I know that a lot of you guys are always looking for new platforms that you can broadcast your webinars. And this particular platform that I'm going to share with you today not only will give you the ability to be able to have amazing webinars and virtual events, but this is an all-in-one solution for video. So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to talk to you guys about this platform that I found out about recently. I'm actually super impressed with it, so I had to come and share it with you guys. And we're going to dig into my account. I'm going to tell you as much as possible about this platform. I'm also going to show you sort of like a brief tutorial on how to use it. Okay, so let's dig right in. So the platform, guys, is called Kaltura. If you have ever heard of Kaltura, let me know in the comments if you've ever used or heard of Kaltura. This is actually my first time hearing about this platform, and I'm super excited to share it with you today. So guys, I have the platform pulled up on my computer right now at Kaltura.com. And what I want to show you guys, first of all, is all the different things that you can actually do with this platform. I'm pretty impressed with all the different things that you can actually do with it. Here are some of the highlights before we get into this tool, guys, of what you could actually, or how you can actually experience this tool. So you have communication and collaboration. So that includes meetings, webinars, town halls, and video. We have video content management. So creation, transcoding, management, publishing, analytics, and security. We have virtual events, so an entire virtual event platform, an online community portal, media and telecom, education such as virtual classrooms, lecture capture, and campus portal, and also a developer platform as well. So we are going to focus today, guys, more on the webinar piece, because I know that on this channel, this is a piece that you guys are very focused on and interested in doing and mastering for your audience or for your list. So we're going to more so focus in on that. But I just want to let you know that this is actually an all-in-one platform for the different ways that you want to utilize video, live streaming, events, education, all that stuff, guys. They have it going on. All right, so just to kind of talk over what they offer, guys, just a little more in depth with the products. They offer virtual events, webinars, training platform, town halls, video portal, video messaging, and meetings. So they also offer all this other stuff. They also have some other solutions as well. So definitely come on over here to the website just to dig into all the different things that they have available outside of these things that we're going to focus on today. So let's take a look at this pricing, because I know that you guys are always like, come on, give me that price. What is it looking like? So it just depends on what you would like to do with the platform. Everything is really broken down, so it depends on what you want. So you know how on some websites or solutions that you want to use for webinars or whatever you want to use it for, it's like when there's an all-in-one solution on whatever platform you're on, sometimes you have to take it all and you have to pay for it all. And then the stuff that you're not using, you still have to pay for it. Well, with this, I feel like it's good because they've really broken down different packages here so that it can really fit your needs. So you're only really using what you need, and you're not being forced to pay for things that you're not interested in using. So the webinars are here. This is what we're going to focus on, guys. And there's all the pricing is laid out for you for all these different areas that we talked about, depending on your needs. You can really sort of like have a plan that is customized specifically for your needs, which I love. So they do have a free trial. Definitely feel free to get started with that. But when we look at the plans, we have our free trial, our business plan, which is $150 a month, billed annually. That's if you want it annual. If you would like to be billed monthly, you have $199 a month for the business plan. And then you have the business elite plan and the enterprise plan. So you have all these plans laid out here, and then you have a comparison of all the different plans too, of what you're going to get for the plan that you choose. Okay. So moving forward, guys, we are going to dig into the virtual events so that I can show you around and show you how this tool works and share some of the features with you that I am impressed with. So the first thing that I like about Kaltura is when you come in here to set up your webinar, I'm already all logged into the webinar platform specifically, okay? Because that's what we're going to focus on today in this particular review. So when you log in, guys, they make it super easy for you to get up and running. I don't know if you've ever used a platform to set up a webinar or to host video, and it is super hard to get started and it is not user friendly at all. I came in here, guys, and set up a test webinar and got myself very familiar with the different tools available. And it was super easy to walk through creating my webinar. I was up and running in all of probably 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I had everything set up, which I love. So one thing that you're going to see when you first log in, you're going to see this helper over here that is going to help you to give you the steps to get started on your first webinar with Kaltura. Okay, so here's where you're going to start building it, and it's going to give you step by step of what you need to do to get started. Okay, so we're going to get started right now with building our own webinar right here. We're going to do it together. So the first thing that we're going to do is start on the events page. Now this is your events page. As you can see, I click over to the past, you see that I actually created a test webinar here. So one of the things that I wanted to bring out about this page, and I'm probably working backwards, but once your webinar is created or you had a webinar in the past, let's just say you've done 3 to 4 webinars in the past. The nice thing, guys, and something that I've never actually seen before, is that you get to have an event showcase page. So let's just say you want to make available for a limited time an old webinar that you've done, or a few webinars that you've done in the past. Let's say you want to turn it into a lead magnet or whatever you want to do to showcase your old events. It will automatically create this page for you. So if you click on Events Showcase, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is a page that is going to showcase my events. So it's going to show my upcoming events, which will be shown here. And then it's also going to allow people to be able to also watch my events on demand. So just to kind of look at that, over here, you'll just be able to put in the name of your event and whatever description you want to type in, you'll type that in here. Let's visit this page so I can show you what this looks like. So here's our events page. I have my logo up there at the top. It's kind of dark, but I have my logo up there. And they can actually come and watch your events on demand, which is amazing. And there's also the ability to be able to take and embed this directly onto your website by simply just customizing the code. Now, I prefer the light look. I prefer the light theme. So I can just change that theme, make that lighter. That's going to make my logo look much better and all of that on my events page. But I just wanted to show you guys how you can create a showcase page in here for your event so that your customers or those leads that you get, they can come in and watch on demand. Or let's just say you have a conference or something like that, a live virtual conference, and you have different people speaking, and each day you want to make the events that happen, the event videos that happen that day, available to those who have signed up for your virtual conference. They can come on and actually watch the videos from on demand from your page, and you can also embed this directly to your website. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that. So the first thing that we're going to do is create an event. I'm just going to hit the create button. So let's start with our topic. I'm just going to say 10 steps to get started. So let's just say this is my webinar, and I'm just going to type in down here my description. So I'm just typing in something. So another thing that is really, really awesome that I want to point out is the AI assistant that they have available. So let's just say you want to set up your webinar, you want to figure out your topic, but you're not really sure where to start. So what you could do is you could write a few words, as it says here, about your webinar, and they'll generate different options for your title and description. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take what I typed over here, and then I'm going to paste it over here. You'll learn how to start your subscription box in no time with my 10 steps. And then I'm going to click generate. So it's going to generate different options here for my title and my description. And let me tell you, it sounds way better than what I came up with. Okay, so We have the subscription box blueprint, mastering the essential steps, discover the ultimate guide to launching your own subscription box effortlessly. Here's another title suggestion, and here's subscription box success, master the 10 steps to launching yours. So I'm just going to go with this first one. I'm just going to click use title. And then I also want to use description and see how that popped that in there. And now I sound super professional and amazing for my webinar. So this is amazing, guys. You don't even have to worry about scratching your brain to figure out what you even want to say. They have the AI assistant in here that can help you to come up with that in a jiffy so you can get this webinar up and running. So now we're going to set up the start time for our webinar. I'm just going to, pretty much change everything. Just change the minutes, 60 minutes. I'm going to keep everything else the same. I'm not going to change anything else. But they even have, according to your webinar duration, will suggest an agenda for your session. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to take the amount of minutes that your webinar is for. So let's say I want to do my webinar for 90 minutes. And then if I click generate here, it's going to give me some suggestions on how I can actually conduct my event. So here's a whole agenda for my webinar. Wow. Are you seeing this, guys? Definitely let me know down in the comments if you are seeing what's happening. So we have the introduction, understanding the subscription box model. It's literally written my outline, defining the 10 essentials, like for about 15 minutes, sourcing and selecting products for about 10 minutes, building a brand and storytelling about 10 minutes. So it's breaking down all the ways that they suggest with the time that I conduct my webinar. A lot of times when we do webinars and events, we just kind of wing it. We have our outline, but things aren't really timed. Guys, they've actually suggested how I should break down my webinar step by step and actually giving me the minutes that I should talk about each thing. Then up here, all I have to do is just copy this text and save it to my notes. I can even generate this again if I don't like something. So that is super amazing. So now we're creating the event. Okay, so now we're inside, and it also again has some easy steps here just so that you can get up and running quickly. If you follow these steps, you will set up your webinar very, very quickly and successfully. Okay, so the first thing we have is our banner up here. I'm just going to click edit our details. So we've already got everything here, guys. Everything's already in about our webinar, the time and everything. And here's where you'll also see your webinar URL once you need to access that. And I'm gonna show you exactly how things look in just a second. Okay, so we've got our details in here. The next thing we're gonna get into is our branding, because of course that's important. We want our webinar to be a representation of our branding so that people know it's us. So I'm just gonna edit the logo really quickly. All right, and then I'm gonna pop a quick banner in here. So I just took the recommended size, guys, 1920 by 1080 pixels. And I just came up with a quick banner that I'm just gonna pop in here. Just something quick, okay? And we're gonna pop in. And I just pretty much just used Canva and just added my picture on the side. Honestly, it may not even be like the perfect situation here, but I just wanted to do something to just show you. And then we're gonna choose the theme, whichever fits you best. I prefer light theme, so I'm gonna activate that theme. Okay, so we've got all of our branding together. From here, the registration, let's just keep moving down. So here's our registration form. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but this is where you can actually edit your registration form, all the information that you wanna collect and things like that. You can do all of that in here, and I'm not going to change any of that, guys. Okay, and then here's where you can copy the link to your registration page, and we'll look at that in just a second too. So then this is your speaker section. Of course, you can just add your speakers. I'm just going to add myself. I'll just put like a email address in here, and I'll put my image in here just so that it looks nice for the demonstration of our webinar, and my title, and of course the bio. This is where you're basically just going to invite all of your speakers into the webinar. Go ahead and invite them in. So my invite was sent successfully, and there I am. Then recordings and media. This is a section where when you are done recording your webinar, the recording is going to pop up automatically right here in this section. So let's take a look at some of these interactions down here. These are just different settings, guys, for your webinar, such as the emails. So some of the things that I want to point out that makes this solution very, very special is that you'll be able to market your webinar properly. You won't need a whole lot of different tools to market your webinar. Some of you guys may not want to use 5 different things to run and to market your webinar. So this is going to give you all of the tools to be able to market it, such as an embeddable landing page. You can your showcase page, which I showed you at the beginning, where if you want to show like your past events and your upcoming events on a special page, or actually embed that into your website, that's available. And then also those email templates that you can customize in here for before and after your webinar. So you have this full suite of tools that's going to allow you to run this webinar right here. You won't have to leave to run your webinar. So you have your invite, and you can edit the emails for that. These are going to be automated emails that are going to go out. And then you also have your registration complete emails that you can customize, and they're going to automatically go out to your attendees as well. And then you have notifications that you can schedule to be sent to your attendees before and during your webinar. So this is where that you can create that. And of course you have your chat settings and stuff. This is stuff that you can set up for how you want things to go on your webinar. And then let's dig into these analytics. So these analytics are very, very detailed. Normally with different webinar softwares and stuff like that, you get analytics, but you don't get the detailed analytics. So let's look into what that's looking like. So the first section here, if you want to look back over your webinar, is going to be your registration and attendance. It's going to tell you where people are coming in from, what devices were used, the overall turnout, who participated, the percentages here. You're going to see that here, and you're going to get that chart here, which is going to tell you everything. So that's happening on this page. And then your engagement page, this is going to break down how people interacted on your live event. So you're going to be able to get all that information here on this page, guys. So your unique viewers, how many average minutes were viewed, how many recording plays you got, what kind of live engagement did you get. That's all broken down here. Okay, so that's going to break down your session and everything that happened on it. And then, of course, you can get these different reports as well, such as your chat transcripts, so your poll activity. All that stuff is going to be here. If you were talking with moderators, you can get that downloaded as well. This report is going to give you all your registration information. So if you need to download it and export that somewhere else, you're going to be able to do that from here as well. So this is very, very detailed, guys. So all that you need. I mean, webinars are all about testing and just seeing what happens. And once you see what happens that first time, then you can go back and tweak. But if you don't have that data to review to see what were your strengths, what were your weaknesses, what did people love, where did people drop off, how many people signed up, how many people attended live. If you don't have all that kind of information, it's really, really hard for you to make for a better event next time. So I like how you can really come in here and get specifics about your event. That is amazing. Okay, guys, so before we go here, let's look at what we set up and let's take a live view of what that looks like. So let's first start with our registration page. This is where people are going to sign up. Here's your link here. So you have the ability to copy that link or embed that link on your website. So I'm just going to copy the link because I want to take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to go here where we're going to be able to visit our site. And this is a landing page that I was speaking about, where they're going to be able to actually come and register. So you see my amazing banner up here. It looks really good. They suggested I not use words on my banner. I see why now, because these words are popping out here. And then you see my logo up there. So they can click here to register. And this is where they put all their information in. And then this is where they'll be able to actually enter our webinar site as well. But they'll have to have that email in order to get in. So let's take a look at what our webinar site looks like. But just to scroll, this is where it tells you about the webinar. And down here, it's a bit about me, who is speaking. And any other speakers that you have on the webinar will also show up down here. I love it. Okay, so from here, we're going to actually launch our webinar, our live webinar room. Okay, so we have the option to test everything to see what things are looking like on the actual webinar. So here we are inside, and I believe I have my video like turned off, so my video doesn't come up here on the screen. So a few of the things that we can do, guys, is here at the bottom. Of course, you can share your screen, raise your hand, and then we have some other options here. And one thing that I do want to show you is the storyboard. This is where you'll be able to add everything into your webinar. So this is how you can plan out your session. So here's where you'll be able to add your files and media into your storyboard to actually create your presentation. So all of your media files and things like that, you'll be able to add them into your storyboard. and you can even press play. Okay, so that's amazing. You can add everything right here for your webinar. And then from here, I want to show you guys some of the other features as well. So of course you have backgrounds for your webinar. If you want to customize that, you can do that. All right, you can use the settings to change it if you want to. And of course you can get on brand for your room as well. They have those options available. And this is where you would chat. You would chat with your moderators here, or wherever else you need to chat with. You would do that here in the chat section. You can see your attendees here at the bottom. Then you have your interactions over here. So these are some of the ways that you can interact. You can allow toast notifications, enable private chat. At the bottom here are different reactions. And another thing I saw as well that was really, really cool are the different interactions that you can allow for your attendees to be able to participate with you. So over here inside of the interactions, you can put up a poll for them to engage with you. You can put up a rating scale for them to rate the webinar, to rate whatever it is that you're showing them on the screen. You also have a place where they can vote. So these are some different interactions you'll be able to pop up, and you can customize your poll and all that kind of stuff as well. You can start rating. You can put in here what they're rating, and then you can publish that. So these are all the different ways that you can engage and just keep things super exciting while they are getting your amazing information. Okay, so this is the webinar room. Just wanted to show you what that is looking like. And I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here and back over to our events. So if we look at our events, as you can see, now that we have actually set up our own event, it's going to show you this event is happening right now. All right, guys, so that is pretty much an overview of how to use Kaltura. I definitely would love to know in the comments if you have jumped in and you started your free trial, giving it a try. Definitely test this out. Kaltura offers you some amazing solutions for video, a variety of different solutions. So definitely visit Kaltura.com and check out all that they have available. Let me know what features impress you. I would love to hear from you, and you guys have an amazing, blessed week, and I will see you soon on the next video.